Interesting question today. I had a subscriber ask me, "Hey man, been mountain biking for 6 years. I've dabbled in some single speed, some fixed gears, but I really want to ride road. Um, what would you recommend?" Well, first of all, I want to recommend a gravel bike. For the simple reason is the gravel bike gearing is too low. A true gravel bike gearing is too low. A lot of these bikes that are marketed as gravel bikes sometimes come with a 5034 chainring set, which is mid compact or compact gearing, which is really designed for the road. Uh, but a real true gravel bike is going to come with very low gearing, like a 4630, 4634. So, with that being said, a 4634 is way too low for road bikes. And the tires, if it's a true gravel bike, are going to be a minimum of 40 millimeters wide. So, or 40 C tires. So, with that being said, that is just too much rolling resistance. I ride a gravel bike for one simple reason. I do not like suspension mountain bikes. And yeah, I've had a couple mountain bikes, but I just don't like all the gimmickry. I don't like all the suspension. I don't like all that craziness on my bikes. I want to be able to be my suspension, my tires to be my suspension, my frame to be my suspension. So I like a pure bike, and a gravel bike reminds me of the old 1980s mountain bikes. No suspension, basically your arms and your legs for your suspension. Okay, so what would I recommend? I'd recommend a road bike. Now, this first road bike, it uses disc brakes, which you're all familiar with if you're a mountain biker, but the gearing is big enough. This is a 5236, so that's high enough gearing to keep up with the roadies, and you're really, really going to enjoy it. You could do something like compact gearing. This is a 5034. And what's nice about this particular bike, you can actually put some really fat tires on it. Right now I'm running 700 by 28s, and it could actually fit 700 by 34s in there. So that'll give you a supple ride, but more importantly, a nice quick ride. What a lot of mountain bikers do is they get gravel bikes, or they get bikes with very low gearing. And the problem with that, you're never going to keep up with a fast road bike. And the simple reason is your gears are just too low. Also, in the fixed gear bikes, a 4616 is what I'm running on this bike. It's completely fixed. I'm using 700 by 28 tires. I'm using semi-aero rims, but I'm using super fast hubs on this bike. Steel bike, steel bladed front fork. This bike is quick. Once you get this bike rolling, it's going to be fast. So, again, if you're a mountain biker that wants to dabble in road, here's a scenario I think that happened. You were riding your bike on a paved road, asphalt, and a whole bunch of roadies passed by you, and they all were dressed like Lance Armstrong back in the day. And you said, "Wow, I put slick tires on my mountain bike. I still can't keep up." Well, of course you can't keep up. The gears are too damn low. If you're gonna jump into road bikes, get a proper road bike, guys. Get a road bike that's geared for what you want to do. And once you do that, you're going to be so much happier, guys. Trust me. A gravel bike will never replace a mountain bike. A gravel bike, to me, is a beautiful bike. It's a rigid bike. It's a bike that handles gravel, sand, dirt, climbs, but you just can't get too gnarly on it. It's just a diversion to road, in my opinion. My heart and soul believes in road bikes. Gravel bikes were just a nice alternative. It reminded me, and I've said this a million times, it reminded me of my 1980s mountain bikes. Nice rigid frame, beautiful stiff, easy to climb. Everything was just beautiful on it. And there's nothing that gnarly in Southern California that you just can't do everything on a gravel bike. You just can't ride fast in a group ride on the road. Get yourself a proper road bike, guys. Whether it's fixed, whether it's whatever it is, just get a proper road bike. If you guys have questions on gearing or my thoughts on gearing or my thoughts on anything, just give me a call or just ask a question or leave a comment.